Goodness gracious, Craig Sullivan. Another week, another city. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you?
Still trying to figure out whether or not I should wear these glasses or not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I got to tell you, being that I'm Rocky Mountain High G, I'm totally confused about what time it is. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, well, one thing that's going on is we need to thank our veterans. It's Veterans Day.
That's right.
For all of their support and service in defending this nation. And it's time for an audit, my friend.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit. That's Craig Sullivan. I'm Glenn Hausman. Welcome to the only show in hospitality that will make you regret watching shows in hospitality. How are you, Craig?
No. This is the show that'll put you into a coma when you binge watch it. Next thing you know, it's Monday morning.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I'm excited. I'm at the Broadmoor here for Red Roof's annual conference, and we've got a show chock full of surprise guests. And I got to tell you, Craig, we're going to bring in our first one right here. Get right to it. Oh, the one and only Durain Lalani. Hey, Durain.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just freezing my tail off here at the Broadmoor, but it's all good.
Way to bring the energy, by the way. Yeah. That's not our only guest today, Craig Sullivan. Normally, I know you do these introductions, but not today.
No, wait. You think you have a guest with you. You think you have a guest to introduce, but guess what, guys? I got my own guest that I brought to the show today. Not your guest, my guest. Welcome back to the show for the 19,000th time because we can't find any other guests. Mr. Bruce Ford.
Totally went out of order. Totally disrespectful to Jessica Kramer, co-founder, CEO of Lodgistics. Jessica, welcome. How are you?
Super happy to be here. Rainy night in New York City. You know, nothing better to do.
Hey, what part of town are you in? Because we're on the east side.
Right on the Lower East Side. You know, right around the corner from the pickle guys. Oldest pickle store in America.
What? The oldest pickle store in America?
Oldest pickle store in America, over 100 years. I have some onions in my cocktail. They're from the pickle guys.
So, Jessica, are you a full sour or a half sour kind of gal?
I like a new pickle, actually.
Oh,
they're
really?
Half sours, but yeah, they're.
I love it.
I'm kind of disappointed in Glenn and Craig because they didn't tell me Bruce was coming to see me today. Bruce just showed up. But Jessica, who is in New York City, they didn't tell her to come in. We could have had a whole big party without you guys.
Hey, Dave, what's going on? You trying out for Phantom of the Opera over there while we only see in the corner of your face?
He's going to start.
I figure you see me enough, you know. We need to have Bruce's.
He's going with half style today.
Bruce's beauty needs to be in the shot.
Yeah. Hey, Jessica,
make sure the light glares off my head. Okay.
I love that you got the tone of this down. That the first thing you said, you got nothing better to do because it's raining out, so you might as well be with us. Now, this one over here, I don't know what your excuse is.
I'm just living the dream, looking at the angel on the screen. I mean, look at Bruce. You know, he's got a halo over his head.
Yeah.
I mean, you named it right. I don't know how many hoteliers look forward to Friday Night Audit, but you know, it's here we are.
Well, including me, it would be 0.
Yeah, we might get double digits today. You know, with all these people, you know,
that's
we might get 10 people watch it.
Yeah, that's true. And so we're in this beautiful library over here at the Broadmoor, and all day long I've been doing broadcasts and stuff from here, and people keep poking in and wanting to see what's going on because this is one beautiful room. I even got the fake fire started over here, which is pretty awesome.
Wait, move. Get out of the way. No one wants to see you.
Leonard,
Show the fire.
There it is over there.
How fake is the fire? Is it a TV?
No, it's propane.
All right.
Well, it still provides
So
heat, so it's not fake.
It's real fire. If you put your hands in it, it's going to burn.
Right. I mean, yes, it's actual fire. It's not like it's not like those Amish heaters that you see advertised in the winter, right?
So let me tell you guys.
Well, like living in a world where robots deliver towels. You got to be specific here.
So when we bought our house, the previous owner had hooked up a gas fireplace in it. So
Do they also bring
a knob and it turns on? And I said the first day I got it, I said I'm going to take this thing out. I hate it. I need a real fireplace for the heat and the smell. Let me tell you, this thing is the best thing we've ever had. No mess, no cleanup. Turn it on. You got flame. It's absolutely the best thing. So get rid of the real fireplaces. Go Fugazi. Get the gas.
There you go.
We're going to be making s'mores in a minute on our little
gas.
fireplace.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys are going to really be missing out.
Suzanne's got a very important question, Craig.
No, I did not.
That's cool.
No haircut. 2 more years. Then
We've got a ponytail.
Yeah. So, Jessica, how long?
Bruce for a rug. One of the two. Glenn's
What was
frozen.
that? I'm sorry, Craig. What'd you say?
I said you were frozen there for a second.
Yeah, you definitely. I guess that we were, but now we're back. Unfortunately for everybody watching. So, Jessica, so you're with Lodgistics. You just started that company recently, I believe. What is the experience like for you starting a company?
It's amazing. I mean, it's super fun. We love technology. We've got a great group of people. I've got a couple folks on my team that we've built. This is our 3rd company together, so that's super fun. And we're excited to work with hoteliers to address the labor crisis.
Yep. All right.
So
So
thing people are talking about.
I've got to call an audible here because for the 20-something week in a row, I forgot to do this. Totally forgot to ask you what kind of cocktail did you bring. Now, Doreen and I over here just going to Casamigos Blanco because the path of least resistance over here. What are you drinking this evening?
All right. I'm drinking a Les Paul, which is a play on a Gibson. It's from my favorite restaurant in LA. It's called Little Prince. So I wanted to bring their cocktail along with me.
So what's the difference between the two drinks? And it was very clever that they named it after another guitar.
Right. Well, I figured if we were going to talk about my vinyl collection, I better bring my cocktail that matched. It's basically the brands. Lo-Fi is California vermouth. It's really amazing. So it's made with that, and then it's just a little bit of the onion juice in with the onions as well. It's delicious.
That sounds like a drink I could get behind. What do you think, Doreen?
Yeah. I thought there were pickles in there for a minute. So
maybe they're pickled onions. You never know.
Oh, they are pickled onions.
Hey,
there you go.
I love those types of things, and those little cocktail onions. They give me really great memories of my childhood because my dad's drink when I was growing up was Beefeater Gibson, straight up, no vermouth, right? And it would always come with the little onions in it, and I always got to taste one, which was a lot of fun.
That might be the next drink. This one's fast. Given the people.
Yeah. So you mentioned vinyl collection.
Oh yeah, I've got a huge vinyl collection. We're pretty much surrounded by it. Here, I'll turn the camera around. You guys can hopefully see what's happening in here.
When you said vinyl, I thought you were talking about like a flooring laminate.
Yes, I'm really passionate about just redoing my bathrooms and kitchens all the time. Yeah, a lot of options from the 50s.
That's awesome.
So how many records do you have in your collection, Jessica?
I think we're about 400 or so, something like that. It's quite a few. They're kicking up some closets, and they rotate in and out. There's a lot of genres, so it's a pretty big collection, and really been fun. The whole house is analog, no digital music.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Now I've got original pressings of every Beatle album from Sgt. Pepper forward. And, it's just like the Cream albums when they came out, various other artists. And
let's see how many bands we can name that Dave has no clue what we're talking about.
All of the above. I mean, if it's prior to 1985, he's got no idea.
Well, I took all my parents' collection, so a lot of the stuff.
1986, you mean? Nothing before 1986.
I stand corrected.
I liked it better when Dave wasn't.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's pretty fun actually because you can see which albums they loved the most, and some of them.
What is going on with them? They're making such clunky notes like that.
I don't know what's going on.
That's pretty cool.
Am I the only one seeing
What's
Glenn
that?
glitch out? Is that us?
No, he's clear.
No, I think it's probably us. I don't know what's going on. I could try to get us onto a different network.
Glenn
We'll
is
come back.
basically acting like he's in one of those like movies where there's a foreign language and they dub it, and it's just that. Yes.
Jeff, why don't you tell us about your company? How long?
Hold on. We'll be right back. Okay. We'll be right back, guys.
Jessica, when did you start your company, and why don't you tell the audience about it?
Sure. Company started before I came in. So 2019. My co-founder Shaunik's a hotelier. I think we all know about those. He's 11 hotels in the select service space, and he kind of saw a need for an operations and collaboration software. Started to build it for his own hotels and use the hotels as an R&D, kind of laboratory, and really just built it organically. Friends and family started to use it, got to a couple hundred customers, and said, I think we really have something here. We better bring in someone who's built a startup. So that's me, for better, for worse. And we're just building an amazing software in a space that didn't really have one. So we're really excited to get with the hotels and give them operations software that's really built for diverse teams and for the labor crisis.
So how's it tying into the diversity? Is that because this has got modules for select service and full service, destination resort, and how's it with the labor market?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it, but it's really just, building software that really can get people ramped up for hospitality, no matter what language they speak, how literate they are, what background they come from. It's really thinking about building tech for all the different ways that people work and all the different functions we have in hotels. So the diversity really comes in with the technology itself.
Okay, so for people like Glenn and I that are illiterate, you've got pictures, right? You got pretty pictures for us to look at.
I'm not completely illiterate. I do speak the language from
Yes.
You used to be able to read a TV guide, but David.
We've got iconography. I could teach you, Craig, how to be a housekeeper in like 2 hours or less, maybe 15 minutes.
Is there any physicality involved in that teaching, or
I mean, I can't guarantee his performance, but the app will teach him what to do.
So Jessica, you said that you're really good at developing startup companies. Is that correct? Is that what I heard?
I've done it a couple times. We've done pretty well. We sold one to Expedia. We got one that's on the rise right now in 7 rooms, and this is number 3. We did pretty well at Travel Click as well. Sold that one to Amadeus.
Yeah.
That went well.
Don't you ever
that started up about 24 years ago? Yeah. It still feels like a
It wasn't a
startup.
startup, but the rest were, yeah, absolutely.
I've only just begun to say that Lodging Econometrics is not a database anymore. I have software.
Oh,
I have software.
Glenn's got software.
so what you guys missed before was when we had to put ourselves on mute. Was my director of sales and office coordinator came in here because they're setting up for a meeting that we have early Monday morning, and I just go, Bruce, what does your company do? Because I didn't know how to explain it to them.
Really?
So, I mean, I know what the company's called, but I don't know the best way to explain it. So I just had to explain it.
Stand up.
It's pretty easy. Basically, if Smith Travel Research tells you what happens inside of a hotel, I tell you about the real estate anywhere in the world. Who owns it, who operates it, how old it is, when it was last sold, and I can put it all on a map for
So
you.
what do you have on the house with pool house, clubhouse, smokehouse, and dispensary?
Well, that's Airbnb.
Houseman Resort
So,
Pool.
we don't have-
No, they're never going to get it right. I think he does it purposely. Dwayne can't stick around.
We get some startup pricing in there, so we could afford that stuff.
Right. So, I want to bring Doreen in because she's not going to be able to stick around too much longer. How cool is it being in one of these old classic hotels?
This is the most beautiful hotel. I tell you, I'm just stunned that, Red Roof has done this conference here.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be amazing. Every Red Roof conference is so much fun. You've been to one, right?
Yeah, I did the 2 regionals last year. I've done a
mean,
number of them in the past.
We don't do conferences like anybody else. I mean, there's so much humor, and You know, it's not the boring speeches.
That's right.
You know, of the talking heads on the stage. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Every single year, they always do these great themes. They do little skits and stuff like that, and they really make it a lot more engaging than all the typical conferences you go to. The messaging comes through loud and clear, but it's done in a really light, fun, and sometimes fanciful kind of way that really makes it so much more interesting.
And it's all done by the staff. I mean, you know,
Nice.
we don't hire a bunch of people. It's all the actors and everything. For the staff, I think there's probably maybe one guy that's a professional. That
you got John
D.
DiDomenico, who's a great impressionist and stuff like that.
He's an amazing Trump.
Yeah,
so,
and a lot of
the theme this year.
What's that? The theme
this year?
Are we allowed to say yet? Because it starts at 5:30.
Well, we'll do a little sneak peek.
All right,
What do you think?
Sure.
So we're celebrating 50 years of Red Roof.
How amazing is that?
Nice.
2023. So cheers to 50. Dave's, you're almost 50, right?
30 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really drink. You know, I haven't had a thing to eat all day, so
good.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, my
bringing that
pleasure.
in.
I got some beef jerky upstairs. If you
I have
want
to
some
go
of that?
give a speech in 45 minutes.
Oh, so you better drink a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit quicker.
It might be good.
Just do what you did to Craig and order him tequila after tequila for the during the entire Friday night audit.
There you go.
For sure. So this sure beats the heck out of being at some of the more traditional type of conference facilities. That's for sure. But it's got me thinking. This is a great, amazing, historic hotel. What are some of your other most favorite hotels of this kind of vibe and energy around the country?
Oh, wow.
Or around the world, I should say.
I'm a little partial to the Emily Morgan,
Right.
which is one our parent company owns in downtown San Antonio. It's a little haunted, which is fun. You know, I've had the smoke alarm go off, not the smoke alarm, but the fire alarm, and that's supposed to go to the desk. And they're like, what are you talking about? You know, it's like, or somebody comes in and writes on the mirror in lipstick. Or the shower cuts on.
Seriously?
It's fun.
Oh yeah.
That sounds awesome. It sounds like you could actually charge some premium pricing and do some haunted packages and stuff like that.
We do.
What would you guys charge for the ghost included room?
For you, probably $2,000 a night.
Oh, what a deal!
Anybody else a little less?
They've got to pay the ghost card.
I had a very dramatic event once at the Stanley Hotel, which is the hotel from The Shining. So I do think that hotel may really have that whole haunted situation going on.
There you go.
Yeah, it sure does. One of my favorites is the Fairmont in Banff, and a lot of those Canadian Fairmont hotels are absolutely amazing. What about you, Jessica?
Oh man, there's so many hotels I love. I like a hotel in Paris called the Hotel Providence. It's very like Wes Anderson. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 hotel employees, but they look exactly the same and they kind of change outfits like as they move around. It's amazing. Great hotel. Really been loving the Homewood in Cary, North Carolina lately. Spending a lot of time there with our new company. So,
That's cool.
Great hotel and really well run. One of our sister company hotels. I'm also about the restaurants in hotels. So wherever you put a good restaurant, I'm pretty excited. We got 9 Orchard down the block now, which is a new hotel on the Lower East Side. Super excited to see that one open up, and good place to stash my parents if we can afford it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you guys, as Bruce can tell you, that's exactly what New York City needs: more hotel rooms.
Jessica, Dave is also, aside from he's producing this, he's general manager of the Even Hotel Midtown East.
I was about to say that next. My favorite hotel in New York City, the Even Hotel Midtown East. Very big hotel.
Great.
Yeah.
The biggest even in the system.
Yes, we are.
What are you?
And actually, after today, we're going to be haunted and have scary news as well, because Bruce Ford's face is going to stick here and roam the hallways scaring people.
I heard that's going to be the new outside mural.
Yes. I heard that super sexy podcast rooms.
Scaring kids since '73. What can I say?
I could just see Bruce on the big wall outside. Did you see the mural when you're upstairs?
I did.
Okay, so you can just picture Bruce Ford as the mural. I love that idea.
Do I get a take on my favorite hotel? Mine's easy.
Yeah, I was trying to get to you. Yeah, go for it, bro.
Intercontinental Kowloon Bay in Hong Kong. Best view there is. Nightly light show across on Hong Kong Island for all the buildings. Just a great lounge, bar feel, 3-story glass windows overlooking Kowloon, and it's a great spot. One of my favorites in the world.
Because IHG is a great company. Let me tell you.
You're darn right. Actually, converting that back to a region, which it was originally.
Oh yeah, he's a pro at it. Oddly enough, he kisses their ass, but he can't do that for Craig and myself.
He thinks that some hoo-ha big wheel from IHG is actually watching this.
Ellie Malouf calls me every single week.
Actually, Keith sent me a direct email saying he was going to watch today. So
Nice. Yeah.
But then he heard you were on, so.
Send the file right after this, so we'll see whether they watch it.
It looked like he combed his hair today too.
Yeah, I decided to. I heard Doreen was coming on the show. I had to look a little decent finally.
I appreciate you taking all that effort.
So Mike says me and Bruce are the Ben and Jerry's of hospitality.
That was good.
All right. So what would our flavor be?
Yeah. We'll put it out. Let's put it out to the people that are
audience participation. Okay. What would Bruce and David be? Ben and Jerry flavor. Okay.
Put it.
Cream. What's the
I
flavor?
think Dave's portion is like
Half nut.
What'd she say?
Spoiled milk.
That's your portion.
I think
Ben?
let's just go with
New flavor for that.
Recycled. Bruce said recycled. I love it. Oh, that's already a flavor, Suzanne. We can't be a flavor that's already a flavor.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
We gotta be a new flavor.
New flavor.
Mike, Glenn, can you tell Mike where you are?
I am in Colorado Springs at the incredible Broadmoor Hotel, which is absolutely incredible.
Did you go do any sightseeing while you're here, or you've been?
No, I didn't
behind
really
the
have
mic
any.
the
I
whole
didn't really
time?
have any time. Yeah, I've been doing some work, but I did when I saw you yesterday. I did go for a little walk and
Yeah.
stuff like that, which was really.
We did the Seven Falls today,
nice.
and the
Fine sorbet.
There you go.
the rocks of the Garden of the Gods.
That's a
That's
good
my
one.
part of sightseeing today was I got to talk to Matt Hosteller. So there you go.
Given Craig's hair and his music taste, we're gonna give him Cherry Garcia. No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
And his Cali style. Speaking of California,
One gets fish, so I get.
Fish food, yeah.
before we drop off the rain, I want to
Yeah,
talk about something that's really grinding Craig's gears. And I want Doreen's comment on this before we go forward. So the news has come out that Disney World and Disneyland are draining all of the water, filling in the track, and making the It's a Small World ride a walkthrough ride now, so that you can allegedly spend more time in there, get closer to the figures.
Why would you want to spend more time in there?
So funny part. Now, obviously, I think it's fair to say that this is a cost-saving measure by Disney.
Yes, of course.
At the pool, but
Why would Bob Chapek do anything like that? I'm very shocked.
So, but the article that I was reading was, I'm pretty sure Bob wrote the article because this is true. They said this, that the safety measures are going to be so much better now because you are at less risk of drowning and less risk of getting whiplash when boats crash into each other.
Oh my God.
So for those of you who have not been on this ride, the water is about a foot high and the boats are going about half a mile an hour on a track. Right. So the risk of either of those things are about zero as it is.
Yeah. What about the risk of the earworm from the song? Have they addressed that at all?
No, they mentioned they did not put that one on.
Well, with the walkthrough, you can go through at high speed now, so you can run if you need to.
Yeah.
Good job.
I might just skip it. You know?
I mean, everyone's trying to get in 10,000 steps these days. I mean, maybe they just got to give you a little more walking.
Doesn't that ride have?
Do you do PR for the Disney company?
Definitely not.
She wrote the article.
We're off 15 minutes from Disneyland, so maybe I just have it that deep in,
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Conscience.
So, Doreen, what are your thoughts on that?
Dave, I really could care less, honestly. I mean,
now,
Disney's one of those things you have to do when you have small children like yourself. But my kids are grown now, thank God, so I don't have to.
Yeah, so the last thing I want to do is be walking through It's a Small World with a 4-year-old. That's really what I want to be doing. At least on the boat, he was contained. But Craig, tell me about your feelings. I know they're pretty strong.
Well, it's just all bullshit. It really is. It's just saving money. That's all it is. It's another one of these lame ideas that the current management's had to destroy things for the American public. So, am I going to get whiplash in a boat going at a half a mile an hour? No.
Well, to be fair, the puppets are so great. You're going to look back and forth so quick. You can't get enough. Oh!
Yeah, exactly. It's just bullshit. You can use that same logic. And now are you going to change Pirates of the Caribbean and make that a walkthrough tour? And where the boat went down,
baby.
The
That
water
was actually, funny enough,
stuff.
that was originally supposed to be a walkthrough tour, but then they kept having all these ideas and they made it a water ride. Yeah.
So I just think it's just bullshit. You're messing with something. It may not fit for all of us, other than Baby Dave and his small family. But it's like, no, leave it alone. It's just like last week when you asked if we should re-edit movies that are no longer politically correct. No, leave the director's cut alone. Okay, it's a time capsule into a part of Americana that does no longer exist. So let's enjoy it for what it is. My grandson, who's 6 years old, loves going on that ride. I figure there's probably another year of that, and then he's going to be beyond that. So we're going to Disneyland in December. I don't know. Maybe it'll be closed because they're draining the lake. I don't know. So
I know. Jessica, do you have any vinyl albums featuring Disney songs?
I have a Sesame Street album. I don't think I have any Disney. I don't have a lot of coverage, of.
I would recommend. Oh.
Love my lawn.
A popular Disney song.
Yeah.
So I hate to dash and leave, but I have a VIP event.
Real quick. Suzanne says that she loves Doreen. Don't take it off.
Love you too, Suzanne.
Love you, Doreen. Thanks for joining us.
Great event.
Except Glenn needs to be
Sorry
there.
that Glenn has to be part of it.
Well, what are you gonna do? I'll see you later. Have
Ciao.
a good VIP event, and I'll see you tonight at the official main event.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Maybe
while Doreen leaves, real quick, just going back to the Ben and Jerry's flavors. Carl says Yankee Stadium hot dog flavor.
Does that got cheese and mustard and ketchup on it?
Like the dirt.
Ketchup. Mike McManus says Double Dave Fudge White Chocolate Chunky Monkey. Tough one to read.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. We said Fruit Loop Swirl. And then Mike says decrease in whiplash, but increase in plantar fasciitis.
Seems right.
I think I still like recycle.
I think recycled is definitely the best Ben and Jerry's flavor for me.
Put whatever the hell we want in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Caramel and chocolate together. Can you
There
believe
you go.
This is what we call dead air, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm taking a sip. Usually, I'm really good at feeling that dead air. And Jessica, when you do this broadcasting thing, if people wait that long, it feels like an eternity to doing stuff. So,
well,
Jessica,
how about this? Do you think Disney's draining the water from Small World and bottling it to resell us?
Oh my God, they could.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a piece of the parquet
$50
floor.
That's gonna be in that cabinet at Club 33.
You know what they call that? Sustainability. That's what that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, they could actually do that, and they could tie it back into the spirit of Walt Disney, because when they first opened the ride, they had vials of water from all the seas around the world, and they poured it into there.
Actually, it was more than that. At the New York World's Fair, they had children from all over the world bring basically like a thermos full of water to put it into the ride at the World's Fair. And then they did repeat it on a smaller level for the ride opening at Disneyland.
That explains the toxicity of the Gowanus Canal, actually.
I used to live right near the Gowanus Canal. I was
that was the oil and gas leaking from the 64.5 Mustangs that they used for the Ford Pavilion that were going around in a circle the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so upset that the rain left because Max has the comment of the day.
Which
My
is?
flavor is, who the heck is Jerry Garcia? That's actually a good point. I've heard of him, but I couldn't name one song.
I am
Oh, come on.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
You can't name one Grateful Dead song?
No.
No?
Wow.
How do you
go through life, David?
How do you not know Casey Jones or Uncle John's Band or just
Truckers?
The Magnolias.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm blanking here, guys. I'm sorry.
Girls, you mean the Flash Marquees out on Main Street?
Dave's going.
Are they on
the bucket anyway?
Are they on the Twitter? I can maybe go find them on the Twitter. I'm just going to pay my $1.
Jerry's been dead since '95, so I don't think he's on the Twitter.
Hey, the Twitter's busted.
So can we pay $8 a month and get our Friday night audit check mark?
Yeah, I already did.
We could. We absolutely could. But, Glenn, this is a good lesson for our friends over at Netflix that should really pay attention to our offer, okay?
Yeah, they should.
Elon bought Twitter, broke it, may go bankrupt, Twitter may go away. So Netflix, your lower tier commercial-orientated version does not work. We still have our offer to buy you, and you should contact Glenn and I immediately.
Why am I cut out of this deal?
So
we didn't think you could afford it, Dave. We're putting in.
Your family's expanding, so
I'm using Bruce's money.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, no. I think what was our bid up to?
You got to GoFundMe where you could be an executive producer on a movie.
I don't think I let you buy Twitter if you don't know any Grateful Dead songs.
Yeah.
You're going to have to up your offer on Netflix. They made a big announcement this afternoon.
Oh, what was that?
What was
Chris
that?
Rock is going to do the first live Netflix event.
Oh.
No.
Who is?
Chris Rock.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
How many of Jessica's 400 miles?
Will Smith's going to show up and slap him. That's what's going to happen.
Yes, I've been paying for it.
I would pay money if The Rock would slap Will Smith.
So, Craig, you said that the Netflix plan isn't going to work, but I'm going to challenge that because Hulu, Paramount Plus, a lot of these other Hulu, by the way, owned by Disney, have these, pay
51%.
Huh?
Only 51%.
No, they have like 95%. I think it is. They bought more.
Oh, okay.
I think they have 2/3 of it.
I'm gonna Google that anyway. Have the pay plus commercial plans. And they do pretty well.
Joining this show.
Yeah, I'm taking a bail on myself if Dave keeps going down this direction. I'll be like,
hey, Netflix just sucks. Okay, so
somewhere good. I already told Glenn I wanted to talk about
66%.
Yeah. So,
Jessica,
tell us about this White Lotus thing. I watched the first couple episodes, and even though it's based in a hotel, I don't know. I didn't find the vibe, but my bride Helene loves the show.
You weren't feeling it?
No, I don't know what my problem was.
I mean, it's like getting to see all the stuff you want to know, what's happening behind closed doors in hotels, right? It's all
called voyeurism.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
All
exactly.
Right. All right.
If you're not into voyeurism, you're probably not into White Lotus. But I mean,
that explains it, Glenn. You're not a voyeur.
I'm more of a stalker than a voyeur. You have to pick a side.
I thought it was a perpetrator.
Plus, to make software for operations, I love a hotel that's highly dysfunctional. There's a lot of opportunity to operate a little.
Oh God!
Suzanne has a very good point here. Very good point. You're right. I should have.
Hey, Suzanne, have you been taking screenshots throughout this episode?
When does Suzanne not take a million screenshots?
Well, once.
But she probably didn't watch the show that day.
Probably.
Listen, Suzanne just got through a hurricane. Give her a break.
Always Florida. It always happens in Florida.
Often. Yeah, the Bruce is one hurricane in town.
Yeah, Hurricane Bruce.
All right,
So,
Suzanne.
yeah. Jessica, I love that you love this music, this music thing. But like, who's your favorite artist or one that is your go-to album right now?
Well, I feel like I told you this. I need to have Leonard Cohen at all times.
Yep. Well, it was more of an email. It wasn't an on-air thing.
You're a New Yorker, got all that, famous Blue Raincoat. Can't get tired of that song. I also love someone who posthumously, released not one but 2 albums, and they just got darker. I mean,
right.
It's kind of perfect, right? So you got to become an optimist by listening to music that makes you a cynic. So that's how I keep it. That's how I keep it going. We got everything in this collection. There's Talking Heads, there's Radiohead, there's
That's great. I was just listening to Talking Heads just before we went on air. I was getting a little psyched up for for the show by listening to that. They're one of my favorite bands of all times. Dave, have you heard of Talking Heads?
Yeah,
no, but I've heard of Radiohead. But let me tell you guys, if there's anything you need to get yourself psyched up for,
never going to win that one, Glenn. Never.
But if there's anything that getting
David
psyched up
Byrne
for
mean anything to you? Anything? Nothing?
Who?
David Byrne? Nothing.
Who? No, I really can't hear you.
David Byrne.
No idea who that is.
All right.
The lead singer for the Talking Heads.
He also had a show on Broadway for like 3 years or something.
The creators of
There is
alternative.
called MTV Classic, and they just show all the videos from back in the day when they used to be a music.
Burning down the house.
Maybe we ought to lock David up in front of a TV, do the,
I'm gonna bring him over here, and I'm gonna play record after record.
Just do it at Click 6. It's fine. That's just that'll be where I'm at Click 6 when you guys.
If he comes over to your house, he may squat. He may
But
never.
aren't we really missing the big news of the day?
What's the big news of the day, Bruce?
Gallagher passed away today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I want
Is
to
that the
say
guy with the watermelon?
No. Yeah.
And you know who he is. And you don't know who the fuck he is.
Impossible.
Wow.
Come on.
Man.
Come on, man.
Gallagher was one of the first comedians that I really got into as a kid. His first special was on HBO in like 1980. We got cable around that particular time. And I remember what I loved about him is not only was he joking with the Vegematic type of stuff, but he actually did real serious societal commentary and was really great at making points, but kept it light and a lot less angry and cynical than George Carlin, who's also was a genius. But
it sounds like everything you do, Glenn, minus the really good points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Little Gallagher trivia.
So,
Interestingly enough, his brother started doing his act because he was so popular. He said his brother around the country under the name Gallagher 2 and would do the same exact act. And he would look exactly like him. It was like the craziest thing. Then eventually they got into a big fight, and the guy basically stole the act and went on and did it on his own. It was really, very, very strange. There's got to be a movie in there somewhere about this whole thing.
Just read.
Hey, Dave. Talking Heads. Dave Byrne.
Exactly.
No, that's why you put the ketchup on your hot dog.
I mean,
Yes, that is why.
okay to be speechless, Jessica. They're a bunch of hobos. Okay.
Yeah, Jess, you don't know what you got yourself into. You seem like a very classy lady on the Lower East Side. This is not a classy group over here.
I mean, I'm still just trying to digest the fact that you've never heard of the Talking Heads.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I did hear Gallagher. Give me some cred.
Have you heard of Elvis?
Miles Davis.
Elvis
Does that
Costello.
mean anything to you?
Yes.
No, Elvis isn't ringing a bell.
Yeah, my son is a huge Miles Davis fan, actually, and he's only 18. So there's that.
The most influence I've heard of Miles Davis, even though I have heard of him, is from Billy Madison in that one famous line. I'll let you guys look it up, though.
Oh my
Yeah, that one I don't remember.
Oh
You can look it up. It's fine. I'm not going to say it out
I just remember the price is wrong, bitch, or something like that. Hey, Bruce, you're in town. You're in New York for a BDNY, right?
Boutique Design New York, Lenny. Yes. The party begins today.
Yeah.
And let me
Lots
show
of
you.
events and getting around and paying friggin'
Oh my
$60 for Ubers and what the fuck?
This is what Bruce paid to get to me today, guys.
Jesus.
And he's not coming
Within
from
an
down the
hour.
borough. He was coming from across town.
Yeah.
I
Right?
passed
Things
more
have been rough
cops
in
and I
the
knew what
city
to do with.
lately. It's tough, man.
Is that because it was raining?
Yeah, it's pouring rain. Plus, there was a parade in the pouring rain because it's Veterans Day.
Parade?
Doesn't
Oh,
do
yeah, of
well
course.
for my trip to LaGuardia after this.
Ah, it was a mess.
What time's your flight, Jess?
9:30.
You should probably have left an hour ago. Honestly.
Where are you going?
I'm going to LA tonight.
That's cool. Oh, I guess you have to connect if you're leaving out of LaGuardia?
I do not.
No. Oh, that's really awesome.
Ooh.
Improvements, Glenn. Improvements.
They're really changing
LAX
everything in
is
LaGuardia.
not
You used to not be able to fly that far from there. That's pretty
Delta.
awesome.
Delta's the one.
Yeah, I love the new head house at Delta. It is such a
Until all the
gorgeous
pilots
terminal.
go on strike
So
next
good,
week.
right?
Yeah.
No.
There
Delta's
you
the only airline in America.
Dave.
I'm like their biggest fan, honestly. I am.
You want my latest Delta story?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, give it
I
to
only
me.
fly Delta, so I'm in Paris, coming back. I go to the
It was like
check-in
yesterday or
counter.
2 days ago.
And
Yeah.
in Paris, the check-in counter for Delta is run by the Air France employees. So I pull up
I know that well, yes.
my suitcase is 26 kilos. Oh, Mr. Ford, you pay €85. I go, no, I'm not.
Hey, is that the same? That's the same guy that you had at the Venetian in Macau, I think.
Yeah. It's like, Mr. Ford, you pay €85. I go, no, I'm not. I go, I'm a million miler platinum. Forget it. I'm not paying.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
She says, well, you're going to have to go talk to that red coat over there. I said, no, you're going to go talk to the red coat over
Right.
there. Because this is your problem, not mine. Mr. Ford, I negotiate for you. You all set.
Yeah.
Don't worry. And like I just said, in a week and a
I
half,
like it.
you guys are going to be flying anyway because Delta's going to be grounded. It's all good.
So, Jessica, you're going to India, then also to Paris, right?
India and Paris. Yeah, we're growing super fast. So our engineering team's over in India, our CTO, my other co-founder. So getting out there to meet the team for the first time, which I'm so excited to do. And we're going to Pune. So I fly into Delhi and then down to Pune, which will be great. And then I'm onboarding our new chief of staff who lives in France, but we're meeting in Paris because we both used to live there, and we'll meet up there and get some work done. So it'll be great. Sounds like someone was just in Paris, right? Who said they were?
I was for 4 or 5
There you
days.
go.
Stayed at a new hotel called the First Hotel,
Okay.
FIRST. It was really good. But French people really don't like Americans.
I used to live in Paris, so I'm pretty used to the vibe there.
I'm ready, Bruce.
Yeah, it was. It's like 2 out of every 10, maybe.
You just can't try to speak French. They're on to us. We're not good at it.
Well, I don't really give a shit.
We're not good at English, let alone French. Come on.
We're not good at much, but they like Disneyland. They took that on.
Well, not initially.
Yeah. Now it's been there a generation, so they've kind of You remember all those protests they had back in the late '80s, early '90s when it was first announced?
Yep.
No, I don't actually.
Of course.
Oh, shush.
David.
Listen, before 1986, okay?
No, you said I was
You
alive.
follow the freaking rules.
I was alive, but I was like 1 year old. I didn't know that.
Well, they the French
We're
people.
the same age, and I still know who the talking heads are. So I mean, I'm just a little confused.
Jessica,
You're old
you're
soul.
very worldly, okay? He grew up in a sandlot in New Jersey, and
That's not true. I didn't grow up in New
I'm
Jersey.
just worried they haven't let him out of Midtown East in a few, 20 years or something.
Well, he dug a tunnel back to his apartment, so he doesn't have to go above ground.
I actually have a subway that drives me right to my house. I don't even see outside anymore. I just hop on the subway right outside my office. It takes me to my house, and I just go back inside the house.
he's the mole person.
It's called
Which train do you take?
The only time he sees the sun is when he comes to Click in California.
There you go.
That's the only time he sees the sun.
It's the 7.5 train.
He takes the bus.
I do actually.
I like the M14. I'm a fan of the bus system in New York. It does a good job. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow,
when I took it today at 5:45 in the morning, I got across town real quick. It was fine.
There you go.
Yeah, when I lived in Manhattan back in the late 1990s, the buses were not the place that you wanted to be. They cleaned up their act a lot since then. Same with the subways, which was great up until the last couple of years. I understand things have deteriorated a little bit in the subway system.
That's a lie. Don't spread it.
Like, but I freaking loved it. There was nothing more convenient than me living in the city and always being able to take subways and buses and stuff like that to get around. So much better than
24-hour, right? I mean, you can't beat that. That's
right, Craig. I mean, Craig, you guys out there know all about public transportation. It's really good in LA.
We've got no public transportation. We never have.
Did they finish the LAX?
Is your own damn car, okay?
Did they finish the LAX AirTran yet?
No.
We're still building it.
LAX will never be fixed. It's the worst fucking airport in the country.
It's really rough. I'm with you. I mean,
LA
I'm
construction is just like New York. 4 guys working, 14 guys watching.
Hey, and the ones watching are all supervisors.
Oh man, I'm gonna get in at 1:30 in the morning, and I it's like the house is 10 minutes away. It's gonna take me at least an hour to get home.
But you got the first class upgrade, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked yet, but I hope so.
Well, and I don't
put in a good word for you.
We're into the airport anymore.
He'll be in back of the plane in that case. Yeah.
What is my pay going to be for me to supervise this show and I just sit here and just watch you guys the entire time?
Oh, well, let's take donations for the
audience.
People are getting paid here? I had no idea.
Yes, you get to come over for a barbecue at the Houseman Smokehouse Pool Club. Swim resort.
No, I've never been invited over there. Thank you very much.
I'm into that.
Look at he froze.
I've only been invited there once. So.
Guys, since we're talking about,
He actually has to be home.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm breaking up again. So since we're talking about the airlines and stuff like that, I want to discuss this observation that I had. I'm seeing this in the sky lounges. I'm seeing this in hotels. I'm really happy that everybody's switching over to the dispensers, but then they're putting the hand wash and the lotion right next to each other in identical bottles with little tiny letters, and you can't tell which is which. And it's caused a lot of discomfort and confusion for me because I've got the softest hands on the planet, but they're dirty as all hell. So I think that we need to fix this issue immediately. So I just want to put that out there to let's figure this out.
Okay, well, that's good for most of us, but David doesn't wash his hands and he doesn't use lotion. So
I don't shower either.
Yeah, so part of the audience we've lost with that. So, Glenn, what is your opinion on how to fix this? And then I'd like to hear what Jessica's response is.
I think it's very simple problem to fix. Larger letters on a container and maybe different visual appeals. You could have the same logo on it, but maybe white for lotion and a different color for soap. I don't know. Doesn't seem that difficult to me. Jessica, what do you think?
I mean, I'm with you on the colors could be different. It's like software. You got to really
visual cue.
Right? Where they are exactly. But I just care about the scent. That's all I care about. So as long as it's a good scent, that's all.
Well, what kind of scents are you into? Because sometimes I find the flowery stuff. Like there's this one major hotel brand that has a super flowery soap. It's a great hotel brand, but it's so overpowering and a little too much for me. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, I like all the herbaceous stuff.
You travel enough. You should be carrying your own soap and wash by now.
Funny you should say that. I'm thinking of doing that now because as much as I like the idea of the dispensers in the hotel rooms and in the showers and stuff, they haven't figured out how to make a dispenser that I don't have to and I've said this before, slap my hands against it, and it's very difficult, and it puts out a little tiny itty bit, and you got to squeeze it like 500 times. And I think they've got to fix some of those problems. So I am considering bringing some soap with me.
So you guys are talking about what I bring to the show. We're over here talking. We've really reached peak Friday Night Audit bitching about soap dispensers.
No, not yet.
Glenn is such a cranky pants when he has to work the weekend.
He's very bougie. He's very
bougie. I think I'm in like the 14th or 15th day in a row that I'm working, and I've got like another 6 or 7 to go. But eventually, I'm going to get.
He's very bougie.
I think this is like a little bit of a gender thing because like women just love when you give them like a good little mini soap and a mini shampoo and a mini conditioner. I mean, that's what
I thought on my 20th anniversary. Not true.
Well, yeah, fair.
Ring, diamond. So, Bruce, how would you fix this problem? And what do you like? Sandalwood or floral?
I bring my own stuff. I actually buy like a 3-in-1, 2-in-1 with the soap and conditioner and shampoo kind of thing. At Bath and Body Works, my favorite store. Come on. I just pop it in the case.
I've actually, if you haven't noticed, I've seen the new Bath and Body Works promo ads for the holiday shopping season.
Yeah.
And it's actually Bruce using their products.
Hey,
Wow.
See, Nikki's
I'm
with
the
me
demo.
on this mini soap and shampoo. She's in there.
Yeah. I mean, my stylist the other day said I'm doing such a wonderful job moisturizing my
Nice,
hands.
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Important.
you know,
Sunscreen too.
That's how you keep the shine. If the shine is there.
shine, halo.
Suzanne's Nikki Fox, as part of the experience, give me great free toiletries, please.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. We love
All right,
this.
so I see people are starting to hop off. I want to do this real quick, and I'm gonna supersede our promo for the what the hell do we call it? I don't even know. Selfless promotion.
Plug-a-palooza.
Because I'm here with my very good and fellow Yankee fan. So I actually have a gift for Bruce Ford because I did find out in secret he was coming before this. So Glenn, why don't you play the Plug-a-Palooza track while I get this special gift?
The time you've all been waiting for. That's right. It's the Plug-a-Palooza, and we've got the #1 Yankee fan in the house. Bruce, what made you give up your love for Boston and instead convert to a Yankee fan?
Well, when they signed Jacoby Ellsbury, I all of a sudden had to become a Yankee fan. But really, it was the Roger Clemens thing. That's a really stupid.
Yeah.
So Bruce has been here. He's been having his beers. He doesn't work here, so he can drink. I do work here, so I can't drink. But I've been saving this very, very special can of beer simply for Mr. Bruce Ford. So, Bruce, my fellow Yankee fan, I am proud to have you on this property. It's been a pleasure.
Happy handshake.
Please enjoy this beautiful
Blue Point.
Blue Point
Oh.
Yankee beer.
You've actually.
The pinstripe pills. Did you know that in the last 20 years, the Yankees have won the most games in Major League Baseball? Except how many world championships have they won?
Where was that comment about useless facts?
I've got 4.
You've got none, actually. Me too. I got none too.
Hey, you got 2. You got 4.
Jessica Kramer, it's now your chance to plug away. Tell us anything you want and don't feel any shame about it.
Oh, anything I want. Well, I mean, I'd like to tell the hoteliers out there to check out Lodgistics. It's a hotel operations and collaborations platform. We are building the future of employee and staff engagement in hotels and just really excited to build for diverse teams. We want you guys to come talk to us, and people can find us at lodgistics.com. That's LODGISTIC, like lodging, and excited to share it with you guys.
Beautiful. I'm glad that you spelled it too for our podcast audio only audience. Bruce, what about you? What's your plug, brother?
We will be in New York this weekend at BDNY, booth 2909. I'm speaking on Monday at 1:30, where I will interview International President of Development, Mr. Ron Pohl of Best Western. And I am excited.
We love Ron.
To also tell you that we'll have 4 people at the show. So please come by for a demonstration.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Wish I could be there with you, Bruce. Craig, what about you, sir?
Well, before we go into my stuff, hey, Bruce, don't you have something else going on next week? Thursday?
Next Thursday.
The 17th?
Are you recording at Click Connect?
He already has recorded.
Oh, see?
David got it. David got it.
Release of the Click Connect next week.
Yeah.
My calendar is so full. Oh my God.
You're busy.
I need a day off. I'm like Glenn.
He needs to have a recharge with a beautiful Blue Point Yankee edition.
Exactly. No days off in season.
There we go. So, okay.
Greg Sullivan, what about you, buddy?
We have got content, Monday through Friday. So Glenn and I are doing 3-Minute Thursdays and this wonderful Friday night audit every week. So we've got those going, and then we're dropping Click Connect on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I am out running around the countryside in California, bringing you California Craig. We've been on Balboa Island. We're going over to the peninsula. We had a voyage across the bay, and luckily we had peaceful, calm seas doing that on the autofill.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
We were also concerned.
That 3-minute journey could have been really a mess. So,
yeah, it's a good thing Suzanne had to leave. She'd be really pissed, and she's going through hurricane territory.
And then March 1st and 2nd, the 6th annual California Lodging Investment Conference number 6.
Yeah.
Where we will award the Development Project of the Year for the state of California.
And
get your nominations in now.
4 people on this screen will all be on stage.
Whoa.
Wow. We got to figure out how to get Jessica involved too.
Seriously. I'm from California.
Yeah, absolutely, Jess. You'd love it. So we're focused on the California hotel market. So if you're in the California hotel market or you want to be, this is the conference to come to. We've got 10 brands. We've got lenders. We've got brokers. We've got owners, operators, management companies, third-party professionals.
You have 10
board with the best information to open up the conference.
You have 10 franchise companies. You might.
I was just thinking the same
brands in the room.
Yeah, it's like 100.
Actually, we've got 11 franchise companies. Because listen, I'm going to tell you guys a secret.
I'm dating myself.
I don't even think Bruce knows this yet, but I've got good intel that tells me that some lucky owner out there is going to have the opportunity to franchise and develop the first ever non-privately owned Houseman Pool House Clubhouse dispensary. And if you're in California, add in Surf Club there, you can be the one to start the chain.
This is true. This is true.
Now we've got a great product. We do stuff. So yeah,
we love
so be sure to check that out. And while you're checking out stuff, hey, if you're here at the Red Roof Conference, they're making a big announcement tonight, and I'm looking forward to be on stage with George Limbert, president, and some other key executives tomorrow, talking about what that announcement was for a good 30 minutes. And on Sunday, I'll be hosting a town hall session where all the Red Roof members get to ask the executive board any question they would like. Come see me on Tuesday. If you're going to Hospitality Maine, I'll be delivering a keynote speech there, rethinking critical thinking, how you can maximize your profitability and connect yourself better to the community going forward in 2023. And then I'll be hosting a Shark Tank event, the Nevada Hotel and Lodging Association's second annual tech conference on November 30th, the Blackfire Innovation Studio, sponsored by UNLV and a lot of great companies over there. That should be a whole lot of fun. And then I'm most excited because it looks like on December 6th, Anthony and I are going to be going to the Pentagon and doing a show with the top person in the Air Force. How cool is that going to be? So a lot of great stuff.
Sounds like all you're going to be doing is messing up my no vacancy live schedule that I've worked.
Oh, we're totally screwing you, dude. It's not a good thing for you. I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about that stuff. But the one thing I do want to worry about is making sure you guys join us every Friday night here on the Friday Night Audit. I'm looking forward to next week. It's going to be a big show. I have no clue who our guest is next week, but
Bruce Ford. It was not Bruce Ford, it's CJ. And it was not CJ, it's Calvin. One of those three.
It's Calvin.
Real quick before we drop off, Mary Beth joins us real quick.
Only
guys, what are you guys drinking? Bruce is drinking Yankee beer because he's the #1 Yankee fan out there.
All right.
I got a Corona.
Cocktail, just a sip left.
All right, everybody. Let's get out of here. Tonight it was so great seeing you, and we'll see you back here next week on the one and only Friday Night Audit. Bye, everybody.
Guys, thanks for having me.